So there's a video of a man that has been going really popular in the past few days, who was asking that what would you prefer, $5,000 abroad or 30 million naira in Nigeria. So I want to believe that he was asking that 30 million naira every month in Nigeria and $5,000 every month in the abroad. Like, guys, what would you choose if you were asked that question? For me, you need to watch this video first to the very beginning, from the very beginning to the end, and then we watch the video of that man together, and then maybe I might be able to give you my own, my own answer in regards to what the man discussed in the video. Like I said, I've watched a few videos, a few reactions. Some were like, 30 million naira in Nigeria, they will take 30 million naira in Nigeria. Obviously they have their own reaction, they have their own reasons. And some say, oh no, they will take $5,000 or £5,000 abroad, because at the end of the day, when you are in diaspora, there are so many things that you don't even have that the diaspora can actually shield you from. But then when we actually go into deeper conversation, like, when we consider all of the things happening everywhere, you want to decide, you want to choose, like, should I take 30 million naira every month in Nigeria with all of the shenanigans going on in Nigeria, or would you rather take $5,000 in abroad? Because in Yoruba, people used to say that that is being in diaspora covers your secrets. Do you agree that being in diaspora covers your secret? Anyway, let's dive into this story exactly. So you guys saw,
it's better to have $5,000 and live in abroad peacefully than to have 30 million and stay in Nigeria. I'm not saying that people are not living there, because that's your 30 million. The kind of pressure that will be on that money will be higher than the pressure that will be on 5,000 for person where they abroad. $5,000 will always be $5,000. 30 million can one day become anything, because the policy over there is not stable. The economy is not stable. Even if there is inflation, the inflation for person where gets $5,000 might be 20%, while that person where get 30 million naira can go up to 70% or 80%, if not more. One bad policy can bring that your money down like this, bam. I'm not even talking of insecurity that can destabilize you. Even as a businessman, maybe you have 30 million. Do you know one fire outrage can reduce you to nothing, because no insurance. No insurance. That's somebody that has $5,000 for abroad. He's short of one or two. He can use that 5,000 to get a new car. The mint, maybe all this, Nigeria, we like Lexus and Toyota. The latest model, he might just deposit maybe $1,000. He can buy on loan or lease. Leasing, maybe in 3 years' time, he takes the car back to them. He'll just be paying small money. Or loan for maybe 4 or 5 years. When he finish paying, it becomes his loan. But that your 30 million back there, the type of pressure, maybe you're a businessman. Tomorrow, state will come for one tax or one ticket. Local government is coming. Agro is coming. Police on the road is coming. Even if you want to pay for your child's school fees, for inside that money, after paying for the school, you pay for lesson teacher that will still come to your house and eat. Some of them.
So you guys saw from the video of that man that we just watched there, as to his argument, his debate. But then here's what I have to say. So guys, the question again remains: would you rather have 30 million naira in Nigeria or just $5,000 abroad? Because for me, I think I know the answer. The $5,000 will be £5,000 for me. On the surface, the answer seems very obvious, right? 30 million naira sounds like a dream. But what if I told you that $5,000 abroad might offer you more freedom, growth, and peace of mind than all that naira at home? Let's break it down as it is, because like I said, we all know the shenanigans going on in Nigeria, right? So let's start from the currency power versus economy reality, economic reality in Nigeria versus economic reality in diaspora. So comparison like $5,000, if you convert that to Nigerian currency, I don't know how much is it right now, but in Nigeria 30 million can vanish before you say fuel subsidy. From inflation to devaluation, the Naira is losing value daily. Meanwhile, $5,000 or £5,000 holds its value abroad. The dollar is stable and your money is safer. Yes, why I said your money is safer is because in Nigeria we've heard stories of where they said, in fact, there was a story of a man who was in diaspora and he saved 100 million naira in his account, only for him to be told that a certain person brought documentation that the man was deceased, and they've now paid that 100 million naira to that person, and the bank gave them wutu. In fact, the man reported the case, publicly, shared it with Harrison, and Harrison was able to, provide some help with the man. And I think the success story at the end of the day was that they were able to give this man back his money. But then in diaspora, you can't have such issue with your bank. You can't have such issue with your bank. So guys, let's move on. So when we talk about that, let's go to standard of living. Standard of living in Nigeria, no NEPA blackouts as compared to consistent power in Europe and the United States. So 30 million naira may buy you a house in Lekki with all of their dirty water. How long ago was I hearing Ebon? Is it Ebon any? Priscilla's friend saying that even with all the water, he has been at home all day, with the way they've treated the water is still brown. Like, how can you be living in an expensive house in an expensive Lekki and your water is not clean? Like, and you want to compare that to being in diaspora? Here in Glasgow, we have something called the Clyde River, and our water comes from the Clyde River. You can drink the water from the tap. People in London, they don't drink tap water, but we us in Scotland, we have very good water. Compare the water we have in diaspora as that one in Lekki. Are you feeling me? Are you still going to go for that 30 million naira? But can it guarantee light, security? We all know up NEPA now, they're now saying that everybody's now going for solar. I know solar is a good thing, but then not everybody will be able to afford that. With your 30 million every month, will you be able to afford all of the shenanigans of NEPA? And also security, lack of security. Armed robber can come to your house. If your armed robber comes to your house, no police. Even security, like you're driving on your car, people can just attack you, collect your key or collect something, collect before you know it. Lack of security. Even the police that you expect to protect you, even while you're facing danger back home in Nigeria, they are not available because they will be the one who will be extorting you allegedly. So good roads in Nigeria as compared to that of diaspora, the good road that you have here, even if your car is not expensive, you can drive it safely. Don't get me wrong, we still have a couple of potholes, but it cannot be compared to that of Nigeria. Bad roads, potholes, it's endless. And then clean water, I was just talking about clean water there. Like I said, we have something called the Clyde River in Scotland, and our water in the whole of United Kingdom, you want to come and drink the water in Scotland, okay? So with $5,000 abroad or £5,000, you may not be rich, but you have a dignity. Basic things work, like electricity, constant supply of electricity. And if they want to take electricity, you will have given you notice, and they will give you the exact time, the exact hour that the electricity will schedule. Unlike Nigeria, bam, we are talking like this, NEPA take light, and then NEPA will bring like up NEPA. Healthcare system in diaspora. So I am in the UK. Let me talk about the UK. Healthcare in the UK. I understand people are like, oh, healthcare is failing, but I've done videos on my channel of when I suffered a healthcare scare. I thought I had breast cancer. You guys need to see how quick I was seen. You guys need to see how quick I was seeing consultant. I was getting tests done. I've also shared when I had to wait to get my gallbladder out. Surgery was smooth, no complications, no nothing. Go and do fibroid removal in Nigeria, and you have a story to tell. The police system in Nigeria as compared to in diaspora, is it from their uniform alone? Police for diaspora here, no, they collect for anybody hand. But police in Nigeria, can you tell me one on the street of Lagos that never collect? In fact, as a Nigerian, has police ever collected from me before? I'm sure we both know the answer. The system works here in diaspora, regardless of where you find yourself, either Europe, US. The system works. Does the system work in Nigeria with your 30 million naira? Does the system work? So let's talk about the growth, the potential for you to grow in diaspora as compared to growth in Nigeria. Taking online classes, starting small businesses, driving Uber. That $5,000 can be your launch pad. Yes, it can. One, you can enroll in online certifications. Now, even I was telling someone that, oh, I'm a nurse, and she was like, oh, have you considered tech nurse? And I was like, which one is techno? And she was like, oh, you have IT, you have a degree in IT, you can actually go on to become a techno. So you do all the, all the IT side of nursing. You don't have to be at the bedside nursing. Oh, no, I am considering it though. That's a potential for me. There's cybersecurity, IT trainings online. You don't even have to attend any class for you to attain all of these certifications. I know they might be available in Nigeria, but at what costs? Start an Uber business, you can start a taxi business, you can start a hiring taxi, hiring vehicle business. You can even apply for government support here in the UK if you're starting a small business. Yes, government will give you money to help you start your small business. Can we say the same for Nigeria? Can we? Even with your 30 million naira, your 30 million, by the time you start digging into that 30 million naira, it's gone, man. And I want to believe that, yes, with 30 million, people will say, boy, you must have a business that is giving you up to that amount every month. What if not every business they move for Nigeria? Is it all businesses that move from in Nigeria? Anyway, you can even begin a new life legally if you are here in the diaspora. But 30 million naira in Nigeria, you'll be bribing officials left and right, allegedly, dodging area boys, and struggling to protect your asset. What more do you want to tell me? What more do you want to tell me? And the next one will be global access. Global access that, you have your passports, you're able to travel all over the world. You can easily move about the world, go on Caribbean holiday, go on luxury holiday. Living abroad gives you access to anywhere in the world you want to go to. As long as you have that quality, that is different from green pass. So we all heard how Adiola Fayehun said she was deported from another country that it cannot be compared to. How she was deported because she was carrying Nigerian passport. But I have a diasporan passport, whatever country, US or UK. It will open doors for you. It gives you visas, international network, education for your kids, opportunities that 30 million naira alone cannot buy you in Nigeria. Another segment. So another segment will be mental health. I know some people just say, oh, it's lonely in the diaspora, but then there are therapy sessions that you can get here if you are you're suffering mentally here in the UK because of being lonely or you're working too much. Yeah, don't get me wrong, there'll be a stage in your life that you'll be stressed, but then there are systems that you can get. You can book a therapy session through the healthcare system. You have a safe environment. You can go to the park, take your kids to the park. But abroad, like I said, abroad you may be broke, but you are free to do the things you want to do. And people might argue that, how are you free? And this one that they are racist, there's racism everywhere. This one that you cannot go to the place. This one that there's not a lot of black people. At the end of the day, you are living for yourself in diaspora. You are living for yourself to give yourself a better life, not for other people. So you are free from noise, corruption. Don't get me wrong, there are some areas in the UK as well. I've seen some news that, corruption, but it cannot be compared to that of Nigeria. Yes, I know we are talking about $5,000 or 30 million, but I'm also adding some extra bit that will make it make sense. Okay, corruption and chaos in Nigeria, but that peace that you get here in diaspora with your $5,000 every month, it is peaceful. It is peaceful. It's a peace that you cannot buy. Reality, okay? Reality. Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? $5,000 or £5,000 abroad is not a golden ticket, okay? It is not a golden ticket. You will struggle if you are undocumented or lazy, but with a plan, you will win. When I say you are undocumented, like if you're coming here with a visiting visa, you will not be able to work. So even if you carry that $5,000 come from Nigeria to here, you will spend that money. But if you're able to come in with in a legal way, in the legit way, or more, the sky will be your start and not your limit. Are you guys feeling me? Are you guys feeling me at all? Let's move on. So, like I said, if you have a plan, you will definitely win. Hence why I'm advocating that you should japa, but don't borrow money. Make sure you have that money. And you know that if you jackpot, you're not selling assets, you're not selling properties. You know that if you decide to go back home to Nigeria at some point in the future, those assets you have back home in Nigeria will still be there for you. Know that you now start from all over again. And I'm sure by now you guys will already know which one I'm choosing from the $5,000 or pounds as compared to the 30 million. I'm sure you guys know what I'm choosing. So in conclusion here now, in conclusion, from all the things that we have mentioned from the beginning till very now, so to hearing that man's video, in conclusion, I'm going to say this: 30 million naira gives you short-term luxury. Yes, short-term luxury, because if you think about children going to school in Nigeria, paying school fees, paying your bills, and you want to do fine girl, you want to do fine man, you want your children to do fine children, you want them to wear best of things a month, and let's say you don't have your house of your own, 30 million naira is not a lot. It will only give you short-term luxury. £5,000 or $5,000 abroad gives you long-term access, growth, and freedom. So next time you see someone japa, with small money, don't laugh at them. Just be thanking God on their behalf, because they might be planting seeds in a better future. I hope you can agree with me, guys. What are your thoughts and opinion based on the things I've said so far? And I'm catching cruise, guys. I'm catching cruise. Anyway, if you have found this video eye-opening, hit that like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and subscribe for more real talk. And don't hesitate to join my membership. Okay, my membership is just another way of you supporting my channel, to say, oh, that mom of 5, I bad on that live stream that you did, oh yeah, take this £5 or take this £20. And I also receive PayPal. I'll put my PayPal. In fact, all of my contact details, they are in my description box. So tell me now, what would you choose? For me, I would choose a $5,000 or £5,000 every month, compared to, I would take that over 30 million naira every month in Nigeria. Tell me, what will you choose? $5,000 or £5,000 abroad, or 30 million naira in Nigeria? Let's continue talking in the comment section. So guys, I have not come here to convince you or to say no 30 million naira or not. I know we will always have different opinions when we are talking about things like this, but in reality, if you look at the things back home in Nigeria, even your 30 million naira every month is nothing. Okay, these are just a few things I've just written down, and I'm like, okay, let me just come and talk about it. Like, let's keep the chat going on in the comment section. What would you take? $5,000 or £5,000 abroad over 30 million naira? Let me know in the comment section. And guys, this is the end of my video. If you've watched till now and you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification, share this video, do not hesitate to join my membership, and I shall see you in another video very soon. Okay, Japa da, £5,000, $5,000 or 30 million naira. Let's keep going in the comment section. Catch you later. Bye.